The research that I chose to study was related to the topic of father-child attachment, and my literature review deals with examining journal articles which studied father-child attachment, and the research verifies the importance of fathers and their positive influence on children. Secure early childhood attachment with fathers presents healthier social, emotional, and academic achievement. This development includes the child's quality of mental health, self-esteem, and social behaviors. Sensitivity, engrossment, and quality of time spent with the child serve as necessary functions in forming a secure attachment. Also, according to Richard Bowlby, who is the son of John Bowlby, a child will form an attachment with a figure who participates in play. Play produces joy and excitement, which interests the child. Fathers' interaction with the children are primarily engaged in play. So first I'd like to begin with Bowlby's attachment theory. Psychologist John Bowlby studied human development and attachment relationships. He described attachment as the emotional bond between a caregiver and an infant. And he described attachment with both secure and insecure forms. Secure attachment between caregiver and child nurtures healthy development, which affects a nature of the child's future relations with spouses and peers, as well as with themselves, as it is the precursor of how they form their internal working model. So how they will see themselves, how they will perceive others to see them, and relationships. So insecure attachment is described as anxious or avoidant. An insecurely attached child will avoid or disregard their caregiver. A rising amount of research proposes attachment to fathers influences certain areas within a child's development. Children who form secure attachment with their fathers exhibit greater problem-solving skills and are shown to be more outgoing with strangers. So studies by Fabian Backrow examine how adolescents' attachment security with their fathers affect their idea of self and language skills. Their findings supported relation between academic self-esteem and secure attachment to the father. Father-child attachment was found to be a substantial predictor in grade point average and language mastery. Backrow's results support the findings that secure attachment with fathers may increase academic self-esteem. There were numerous studies that have shown that secure father-child attachment is associated with more friendliness and fewer behavioral difficulties. The relationship between paternal sensitivity and secure father-child attachment was shown to be weak. However, more emphasis was placed on the quality of parenting. So studies have shown marital satisfaction and co-parenting relationships permit secure father-child attachment. So again, we see the benefits in marital relationships that are attached to secure father-child attachment. In a study that was conducted on father involvement and paternal sensitivity, within the first 3 years of a child's life was shown to exhibit that sensitivity and attentiveness of their child's needs, facilitate healthy and secure attachment. In a 1997 study, it was determined paternal sensitivity was highly connected to secure father-child attachment. However, the differences between quantity and quality of time spent between father and child was examined. So, interaction, physical and psychological availability, and caretaking responsibility was proposed as a model for paternal involvement. Sensitivity is vastly related to larger attachment security. When sensitive parenting is present, the child begins to trust the father in providing consistency of needs met. While researching the topic of attachment and fathers, there was a surprise finding. Research showed fathers who were more involved displayed lower levels of attachment security with their children, and fathers who were less involved show higher levels of attachment security. So the reason for this finding may be quality over quantity of time spent. It may also be fathers who felt obligated to spend time with their children and they had long working hours, and it just produced more frustration and anger than sensitive parenting. So it was also found that less sensitive fathers who were highly involved developed secure attachment with their children. So quality of time spent with their children did make a difference. And for fathers who are less sensitive, engrossment may be a factor in attachment. So getting the fathers to be present at birth, to feel those feelings of attachment that are present when they see their child coming into this world, and when they have that feeling that they know it's theirs and they can go on and just be involved in those crucial first months and years of the child's life, to really get engrossed in those feelings and those synchronized mirroring self-esteem beneficial effects as well. So again, some of the positives of experiencing an involved father depend on the characteristics of his parenting conduct. So synchrony may develop between father and child when a child shows trust towards the father. The fathers encourage them to behave sensitively, which increases confidence in their parenting ability. Leslie Cohen and Joseph Campos studied father, mother, and strangers as elicitors of attachment behaviors in infancy. They examined whether fathers serve as an object of attachment with their infants, and all the age groups that were tested, results found receptiveness towards the father were overpoweringly greater than that towards strangers. So, results from this study indicated the following. For most babies, 10 months of age or older, the father was evidently found to be an entity of attachment. The amount of time a father spends in play with his infant plays a significant role in deciphering the infant's attachment style to him. Bowlby's proposal that the basic family unit solely consisted of the mother and her children spurred psychologists to further research the father's role in influencing emotional characteristics and distinguishing patterns. Studies show fathers serve an important role within their child's social-emotional development, and researchers have numerously observed fathers favor relationships which involve play and activity, unlike mothers who participate in more quiet and calm activities. So in a study done on single parenthood, their findings suggest that fathers are more likely to emerge as the primary attachment or caregiver role with the child when single parenthood is present. A more secure state of mind was shown when fathers were married, however. Within research, it was observed that father insecurity was connected to a child's or disorganization. The importance of fathers is emphasized through studies that show the children's social emotional development. Insecure attachment was examined and seemed like it was more likely to be passed down through the generations than possibly secure attachment. And this suggests that fathers may profit from individualized intervention programs that provide services personalized to their precise needs. So, within my conclusion, through numerous research, fathers have been shown to be an important influence by supporting children's exploration, play, social activities, and academic goals. 16 studies done over a 30-year time span showed sensitivity is linked to understanding paternal caregiving. Based off my analysis and research on father child attachment, I do believe that fathers play an important role in their children's lives. And although fathers may not be the child's primary figure of attachment, they are secondary attachment figures that serve an important and influential part. So, research supports a higher percentage of anxiety, delinquency during youth, and emotional trouble amongst fatherless children. So, factors such as sensitivity, quality of time spent, emotional synchrony, and protection, which is another word for their safe haven, were amongst most important influences regarding secure father child attachment. So, children who form secure attachment with their fathers are reported to be or to suffer from depressive symptoms during their adolescence years, and it was found that children who form secure attachment with their fathers reported greater peer response and self-confidence. So secure father-child attachment also provides constructive results in adulthood with positive effects, such as relationship functioning. So fathers benefit from forming secure attachments with their child through shared feelings of higher self-confidence. And this supports Bowlby's expectations and previous studies relating attachment to a child's self-esteem. So future studies should include a wider variety of ethnicities and cultures, larger study sample sizes, and more segregated research on involving the father. However, based off the research that I analyzed and did myself, I again find that the father child attachment is highly important and beneficial, again, to both the father, the child, and also even the relationship between mother and father. So, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my research and my paper.